Hi and welcome to ZoomTV, the show where we explore everything that flies, drives and floats and invite you along for the experience. Well, today we're coming to you from the massive undercover All Boats Caravans showroom.
We like to think that it's nicely done as well. People just come in and they just get lost.
We're back in the Dandenongs to look at the Sunliner Rialta. Sunliner have spent a great deal of time ensuring all of the Rialta's features are there for a good reason. Thanks to City Toyota, we check out the awesome FJ Cruiser. It is designed to be a genuine off-roader. And Allan Simons, you wouldn't believe it, has his pilot licence and he heads to the skies thanks to the Royal Aero Club of Western Australia.
From the vintage Tiger Moth to the workhorse Cessnas, the Royal Aero Club of WA is waiting to get you airborne.
And our Esanda Celebrity Hitchhiker today is Sarah Grace from Winners and Losers.
My character was getting married and I was getting married in 2 weeks' time, and I think that might have helped me get the role.
So put on your floaties because it's time for Zoom TV. I'm now joined by Maz from All Boats Caravans, a place you could only describe as a shed full of the best big boys' toys. Maz, I love your place. It's really well set out.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we like to think that it's nicely done as well. People just come in and they just get lost.
Now, you've got new boats, pre-owned boats, you've got new caravans, pre-owned caravans. Do you find that you kind of get customers that they either love caravans or love boats?
You'll find that most boaties will caravan and most caravan people will boat. We get people that are retiring from boating altogether. They want to trade their boat in for a caravan, we'll do that. And then you get people that have been caravanning and for a while they just want to bed down the caravan and they want to trade it for a boat and play boating for a couple of years, so they do cross over very well. And we will trade a boat for a caravan or vice versa. Okay,
now that's, I suppose, something worth talking about because a lot of people want to own a boat, but a boat does scare a lot of people to own. So with those kind of people, can you help them out?
Yeah, we've actually got a first-time boating package. We've got a boat school upstairs as well, and we will help them through and make sure that they're comfortable with their boat.
And you've actually got an extravaganza happening.
We have. It's our fourth one. It's a big promo event where we discount a lot of product, new and used. We've got prizes, surprises, deals going. There's a trip for two on board the True North that's over $22,000 to be won. Door prize, wood-fired pizza oven. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of giveaways that weekend. Get down.
And one of the great things, Maz, about your extravaganza is you're really helping to connect the designers and the builders of the boat with the buyers.
That's right. A lot of the buyers like to talk to the actual builder themselves rather than just the salesman, and this is the opportunity where the manufacturers do fly over here and chat with the customers that are interested in their product.
Now, Maz, you sell new caravans here as well, don't you?
We do indeed, yeah.
And there's one here I hear that you helped design.
That's true.
Okay, well, don't tell me about it because later in the show, how about you talk me through it?
Happy to.
Done, there you go. Now, if you want to find out more about boats or caravans, make sure you jump onto allboatscaravans.com.au or follow the links from Zoom TV. More to come with this guy later in the show. If you want to get more grunt out of your diesel, by now you should understand that the only place to go is United Fuel Injection. And now with the help of the internet, you can access their parts and accessories from anywhere in Australia. All you've got to do is jump onto eBay. Because that's right, United Fuel Injection is now on eBay. Up until now, if you ever wanted to get hold of the most trustworthy parts for your diesel or turbo engine, you'd have to come in and see the guys here at United Fuel Injection personally. And while you can still do that, there's one minor problem. They're in Perth. So if you've ever thought to yourself, I'd love to get hold of some great parts or some reconditioned parts or brand new parts from United Fuel Injection, I've now got some great news for you. United Fuel Injection is on eBay, isn't it, Michael?
It is indeed, yes. Yeah, brilliant.
So if anyone at home, anywhere in Australia, wants to access any of your parts at great prices, they can now deal with you direct because of eBay.
Yeah, they can just log on to eBay, buy the parts, or if they're unsure, send us a message or give us a call.
What are some of the savings people can actually make by dealing with you through eBay?
The benefits is that they've got an online price, so if they've got an online saving on RRP, we can pass the discount on to the guys because there's no labour involved having an online site.
Is there any delay in the parts getting out to them?
No, 1 to 3 days. Most cases it's 3 days, depending on the weight of the item. If it's under 5 kilo, they'll have it the next day. If it's anything over 5 kilo, 3 days max.
So Mike, what you've done is you've made this great man store where people can go on the Home Mechanic and they can actually deal direct with you, the people that are reconning the part, and the people that are selling the path.
Yes, so they can actually save themselves money rather than paying someone else's fee on top. They can buy it direct from our stall.
I've noticed you've got the full range of your reconditioned parts on there as well.
We do, yes.
Now, do they come with a warranty?
Yeah, of course, yes.
There's a discount available to the people at home, isn't there?
Yeah, we've designed a voucher code called ZoomTV. That's redeemable at the end of the sale. All they do is type in ZoomTV in the voucher box and it knocks them 5% off the entire bill.
Well, mate, you've done really well. Thank you very much. Now, throughout the rest of the season, how about every now and then you give us an update with some of the hot deals you got on there?
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Now, if you'd like to get more performance out of your diesel, build your own performance kit, or just access some great advice, make sure you go to zoomtv.com.au, click on the big discount banner for United Fuel Injection, follow it, save 5%, and buy your parts directly off United Fuel Injection. Coming up after the break, I head to the Dandenongs in Victoria to catch up with Sunliner and look at their brand new Rialta. That's next on Zoom TV. If the idea of travelling around this big, beautiful country of ours in a motorhome appeals to you, but you're put off by their sheer size, then the all-new Sunliner Rialta is the camper van for you. Now, from the outside, it might look like a standard camper van, but the amount of creature comforts and luxuries that Sunliner have squeezed into it will astound you, which is why I'm a little bit hesitant at opening the door, but we're all good. I love the idea of hitting the open road and escaping from my everyday life. But the simple fact is that having to wrestle a giant, bulky truck around obstacles and into parking spaces tends to put me off. That's where the Sunliner Rialta is above the competition. It's incredibly compact, without skimping on any of the features you'd expect from Australia's most experienced motorhome manufacturer. The Sunliner Rialta camper van comes in a range of different cab chassis. This particular Rialta is mounted onto the Mercedes 313 and is powered by a Mercedes 2.2 litre turbo diesel, so there's plenty of pulling power there. It's also easy to drive thanks to the automatic manual mode transmission, and the best thing is you can drive one with a standard driving licence. That is cool. This is no simple van. Sunliner have spent a great deal of time ensuring all of the Rialta's features are there for a good reason. On the passenger side, you'll find a roll-out awning, perfect for keeping the weather off while you're trying to relax. And the cleverly hidden gas and water outlets demonstrate Sunliner's attention to detail. It's not until you step inside the Rialta that you realise just how much Sunliner's squeezed into it. We'll start at the front. You get rotatable front seats which swivel to reveal a large dining area. You also get a kitchenette complete with stovetop, microwave and of course a large fridge. Then you get yourself your shower and toilet, you get more storage options, and of course, you get yourself the large double bed. So Tori, what makes Sunliner RVs so good?
Our finish, our construction, and a lot of things you don't see.
What do you mean by a lot of things you don't see?
Right throughout the build, everything is screwed and glued. We use quality hinges. Underneath the floor, we use a fully sealed chassis.
And stuff like that, that's going to give you the best lifetime and the best enjoyment out of your van, isn't it?
Well, that's right. Sunliner have been a leading manufacturer for the past 40 years in the RV industry.
Okay, so you guys know RVs.
We think we do.
The Rialta comes with not one, but two beds. That's right, the two-seater sofa at the front folds out to become a second bed. There are plenty of LED lights dotted around the Rialta's cabin, and the finish is modern and clean. Everything is glossy and white, with hidden storage spaces tucked away everywhere. There's also a reverse cycle air conditioner to guarantee a good night's sleep. So there you go. I told you there was more to the Rialta than meets the eye. I think Sunliner have done a great job of squeezing everything you need into a compact, easy to drive camper van. So now you have no excuse and hopefully a little bit of motivation to help you take on that next road trip adventure. If you think it's time you took on that adventure, jump onto sunliner.com.au or follow the links from ZoomTV. Do you remember when owning a four-wheel drive meant you were extreme, you went off-road? You could pack your family up, head away on that great family camping trip. You could drive directly to your favourite fishing spot instead of your favourite country club. Well, thanks to the all-new FJ Cruiser, Toyota have combined a bit of old with a little bit of new. And apparently, this thing, it'll take you anywhere. The brand new FJ Cruiser is based on one of Toyota's best loved four-wheel drive beast, the FJ40, which first appeared in 1960. That's over 50 years of four-wheel driving history, which the FJ takes to another level. When Toyota first released the FJ40 as a concept car in 2003, the response was so overwhelming they had to release it as a production car. Now we finally have a true off-road vehicle with a little bit of history and the comfort of everything Toyota has picked up over the last 50 years. Wayne, there's a bit of history in the FJ. How did it first come about?
The FJ started with Toyota's start in the hydroelectric scheme in New South Wales, and that was Toyota's start in Australia in a really off-road, rugged environment.
And how do you think Toyota have done bringing the old FJ into the new era?
I reckon they've done a great job. So they've utilised the whole range of the Prado running gear. You've got a car that has Toyota's quality, durability, reliability, and the unique look of a brand new car.
The FJ has a really good clearance, so you can pretty much take it anywhere. It's got water repellent seats, so you can just wash them out. It's got big chunky door handles and gear levers, so you can get hold of everything in gloves. And it's got a DVD player, a temperature gauge and an inclinometer. Don't know what that is? Well, that makes sure you don't roll over. When was the last time you needed to know how close you were to rolling over? If that doesn't say off-roader, I don't know what does. The interior is built for functionality, not flair, and the same can be said about its drive. It really does handle off-road driving really well. The 4-litre V6 petrol engine is matched with a 5-speed automatic gearbox. And you don't have to worry about filling up all that often because you'll get 630 Ks per tank. But I don't want you to get the idea that this new FJ is boring. Yes, it might share a few characteristics with its granddad, but it's a modern car with modern features. The FJ Cruiser comes with rear parking sensors as well as rear view camera that displays in the rear view mirror. This makes parking it an absolute breeze. Plus, and this is a world first, the 8-speaker stereo system has been built into the roof, so the ceiling literally acts as a speaker. Now that's surround sound. This car was not designed to be a mum's taxi. It is designed to be a genuine off-roader, and I think it is. It's got a look that should appeal to young adventurers, and it's jammed with history. If you could do with a little bit more adventure in your life, drop into City Toyota or go to zoomtv.com.au and follow the links. I'm off to have some fun. After the break, Alan Simons is going to take to the skies. He's actually going to fly a plane, thanks to the Royal Aero Club of Western Australia. That's next on ZoomTV.
Have you ever wanted to learn to fly? This is the place to come to spread your wings and zoom into the freedom of the skies. It's the Royal Aero Club of Western Australia here at Jandakot. This is one of the nation's largest, and certainly one of the best, flying training organisations. Let's have a look around. With multi-million-dollar facilities, over 40 aircraft and 40 qualified flight instructors, the Royal Aero Club is a leader in flying training. They also maintain their aircraft fleet right here and keep them in the best possible condition with maintenance checks and a strict regime of servicing intervals. There are many reasons we may choose to fly. Perhaps it's a love of aerobatics, maybe a career with the airlines, or perhaps just the ability to pilot your own aircraft with your friends and family on board to any destination you choose. Over 40 career-orientated, highly skilled professional pilots are employed to provide your training requirements. These qualified instructors will look after you every step of the way. And this is something for all learning and experienced aviators to take good note of. The Royal Aero Club also offers scenic and joy flights, charter flights and schools programs, as well as conducting regular seminars to assist those interested in learning to fly. And just to prove that anyone can learn to fly, they even gave me my wings.
That's right, Alan. Just every now and again, a few slip through the system.
Thanks very much. Well, it's been a while since I've flown a Cessna 172 like this, so instructor Steve Jones has agreed to take me up on a bit of a refresher. Well, we've done the pre-flight, the aircraft is fit and ready to fly, so let's kick the tyres and light the fires.
Let's go, Alan.
Okay, mate. here has one of the best office windows in the world, as you can see. Steve, what are the things to remember when we're learning to fly or flying in general?
Well, Alan, it's all about just getting out there and having fun. Obviously, you need to make sure you don't exceed your own limitations and the limitations of the aircraft, but it's all about enjoying yourself, and that's the main important part of learning to fly, and that's what we encourage down at the Royal Aero Club, getting out there and testing your skills and really enjoying yourself.
That's what we're going to try and do today. From the vintage Tiger Moth, to the workhorse Cessnas, to the sleek and fast Mooney aircraft and the range of twin-engine machines, the Royal Aero Club of WA is waiting to get you airborne. Call them here at Jandakot on 9417 0000 or dial them up on the net racwa.asn.au.
Welcome back to All Boats and Caravans. I'm still with my new mate Maz, looking at the caravan you designed.
I'd certainly helped redesign the back bit, yeah, the ensuite.
Chucked in your two bobs.
So to say. Yep.
What are the two bobs, Maz?
We just made the ensuite a little bit larger. When you step out of an ensuite, usually banging your hand, elbows trying to dry yourself, and then you sort of walk naked across to the front to get your clothes. Here you step out of the ensuite, there's plenty of room to dry yourself, and all your clothes are in the cupboard right there.
Well, a bit of extra space in a caravan, mate, is what you need. Now, tell me a bit more about your pre-owned caravans that you have here. You've got a full range of them and storage.
We do storage, and our pre-owned caravans, they're a boutique. We don't carry massive amounts, we just hand-pick the ones we like, and we've got a nice selection.
And that's the thing with a caravan. If you choose the right one, it really is an investment, as we said before.
It can be good investments.
Yeah, because they don't really lose their value. If you put love into them, you'll get a lot of love out of them.
If you hang on to them long enough, because the price of a new one keeps going up, which brings the price of your one up as well.
Okay. And lastly, Maz, you can help people here with any advice on caravanning, boating, even all the accessories when it comes to fishing and tackle.
Can do indeed. All my guys are all knowledgeable, and they're all boaties and caravan people themselves, and they're passionate about what they do, and they can help you certainly.
Now, Maz, I've got a question for one of you guys a little bit later, and that's to do with fishing, and that's how to catch a fish. You might be able to help me out. Now, if you want to get yourself a great bargain on a boat or a caravan or any of the fishing accessories, get down here for the extravaganza weekend. You might even go into the draw to win yourself a great Kimberley cruise. Now, after the break, with this week's Esanda Celebrity Hitchhiker, Sarah Grace from Winners and Losers. That's up next on Zoom TV. Do you own something incredible that drives, flies or floats? Then we want to hear about it and maybe even have you on the show. All you have to do is film a short video under 2 minutes long about your car, your motorbike, your four-wheel drive, your boat or your plane and tell us just what makes it so great. Then upload your video to YouTube and email the link to I'mAZoomaholic@zoomtv.com.au. You and your car could feature on the show all around Australia. Plus, if you're the member of a motoring enthusiast club and you've got an event coming up, let us know about it and you never know, we might come along. Sarah, welcome to the back. Oh. Sarah, come in for a welcome kiss so people can see that we're friends.
In this strange car.
Such an actor. You're safe. You're in the back of the Zoomobile I load, and you have to answer my questions.
I have to answer your... Okay.
That's the deal with the lift.
Really?
Yeah, even though I'm taking you from one side of the Perth Entertainment Centre to the other, pretty much.
Right, so I have to answer all questions or else you'll just abandon me, leave me.
I just leave you in the middle of the Perth
Great,
Entertainment
thanks.
Centre.
Thanks for that.
Okay, well, you're on Winners and Losers, which is winning in the ratings really well.
It is, isn't it?
You're enjoying it, I presume?
I love it. We have the best cast, we have the best crew.
How did you end up on Winners and Losers? How did it come about?
I went in for an audition, like everyone does, and it just so happened that my character was getting married, and I was getting married in 2 weeks' time. So we started talking about that, and I think that might have helped me get the role. From there, my actual husband in real life got the role as my husband on the show.
So a lot of winning.
A lot of winning. Paul's really smart, my husband, because if we've got a scene where he's got to be annoying me, he knows what to do to get under my skin, and then our scenes will be really real because I've just got all this pent up. She's got a rash. Did you give her some of your peanut skewers?
No.
Oh my God, what is she having in that for? What's a reaction?
If you were to give any young actors or actresses, or actors as they call now, any advice to get into acting, what would that be?
You've got to really have a lot of self-belief. You've got to be really determined. And I think don't be afraid to be yourself.
Are you ready now for the fast 5 questions?
Oh, you do this cool.
Yeah, no, it is.
Okay. But it's got to be fast, does it?
Yeah, it's got to be. Well,
Zoom.
Generally they're not.
Okay.
They're not, but you could give it a crack.
Okay,
Are you ready?
Fast.
Okay, what's your first car?
A Volvo. People used to laugh at me when I drove past them, but I loved it. Same as Bertha.
What is your opinion of the best car currently out in the world today?
I love the Ford Focus. Dad brought home one day a really hotted up.
XR5.
That's the one.
XR5.
He brought home an XR5, and
a good
they're
car.
really, really great.
Okay, so what's your opinion of the worst car, other than Bertha, who the mechanic now owns, on the roads today?
The worst car?
The worst car?
Probably one of those little
Oh, the little smart cars.
Oh,
The little
just the little-
boxes, yeah. And what do you drive today?
I drive a Ford Laser.
Oh,
just
wow.
an old 2000 Laser.
But
it's good.
It's classy, it gets you from A to B.
It's all right.
And the last question, this is deep.
Yeah, deep.
What is your biggest fear?
Killer clowns.
Have you come across any killer clowns?
No, I just had this really bad dream when I was about 5
Mm-hmm.
about this really massive killer clown, and it was running around a lighthouse, and it had me in its hands. And ever since then, killer clowns.
You've wrecked clowns for me now, thanks. That's
Hey.
awesome. Thank you for being on Zoom.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
And we're done. Now, before we go, don't forget that this weekend is the All Boats and Caravans Extravaganza weekend. That means that you could grab yourself a bargain, and you could also come down here, have some fun with the family, do some face painting and get yourself some free food just quietly. Now, if you'd like to know more about the show, go to our website, zoomtv.com.au. It's that simple. Now, whatever you do that Zooms, make sure you do it safe, even if it's on the water. And that's a wrap.